Hey, Andrew here. Part 1 of 3, Street Photography Made Easy. Lesson number 1, keep your gears light. If you notice, I'm not even having a bag. I'm not even having a strap. I just have an old, used, pre-owned Nikon Z50. I want to be light, and with a kit lens of 1650, if you look at this particular lens, the lens ring at the front is even missing. Watch this episode and see how I got this lens. And then I slap on a flash, and I don't even have additional battery. Let's start with lesson number 1, angles. This is one of the favorite places to shoot simply because of the color, and that's one thing we must get before we start, the permission to shoot. So if you're out in street photography, one of the most universal way is to look at the subject. Hi. That's universal. Take the camera, smile and nod, and if he nods back and smile, then yes. So ISO 200, f4, that will ensure that the background is blurry. And what we want to get is saturated color. So I'm hitting the picture control up here instead of using automatic. So I'm going to vivid. Almost all cameras have this. If you have a Canon, Nikon, Sony, they are just different names. So I'm going to focus on the lotus flower here. Make sure I'm not overexposed. Get a fair bit of shadow and highlight. That's an awesome low angle. So subjecting, foreground on golden point number 1, and adjacent to it, diagonally opposite, is the colorful galan. So there are a few things you can do to make street photography really easy. Number 1 is low angle like this. Get down really low, kneel down on the floor, and look for a subject on the foreground and the background, and make sure that you shoot up. So angles like this is fascinating to the viewer because seldom we go that low to look at things. And don't forget, since it's street photography, get a human element to this and what they're doing, the actions. And finally, like I say, you can try high angle. Flip your screen down like so it's easier for you to see. Hold your camera up really high with your arm and make sure that you focus on the most interesting subject. Take that shot. Silhouette. The eyes are fascinated with shadow. So when you combine dark subject at the front with a bright background at the back and get fascinating shapes like triangles, you're gonna get silhouette. And part 2, look for colors. And the second point, patience. You need to wait for things to happen in street photography. Turn around and let's wait. That's our color. This is what I'm talking about. When the subject walk into the frame, I'm looking for one singular subject before I take my shot. And this is what we're gonna do. Patience. We're gonna kneel down with one knee to the front, hook this here, go on ISO of 100 or 200 since it's a bright day. I'm not gonna even worry about who passed by now. I need my camera settings to be correct. I'm gonna go on f5.6, which is a true stop, and then I'm gonna meter until it looks great. And I'm gonna pre-focus. When the subject walks in, it's gonna look fantastic, something like this. Done. We got this. The only thing that I don't like about this is these 2 pillars. So you have a choice to Photoshop this away, edit this away, and this is called position of golden point number 1, golden point number 2. If they're walking into the frame from right to left, I'll use golden point number 2. And this is what we call the rule of odds. 3 subjects right in the middle, walking past on a colorful background. And part 3, always look up like what we learned in part 1, and then look for that iconic skyline. Always look up. So if you look at this now, it looks horribly overexposed. So let's learn how to combine the silhouette trick and then shooting up. Firstly, I'm gonna go with very low f number because it's so bright. You either use ISO 100 or 200, and I am going with ISO 100. Keep the f number high because remember this trick. When the sky is so bright, when you darken it, it turns blue. And then we go with f8. And what I do is I just zoom all the way out, make sure I get a V shape. There you go. So I have a choice of cropping in now because I should lose enough. And that's street photography part 3, making things easy. Always look up. Look at that.